Hey everyone, Fabio Palvelli here, back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something super important: client management in ArchViz. We have talked about project management in the past. Client management is part of it, and it's key to ensuring a successful collaboration with your clients. In this video, we're going to dive into how managing your clients' expectations can make or break a project. We will talk about the tools to help you to do it and why communication is everything. Client management is actually a sub-process of project management, and it's all about handling your client's expectations and not just delivering the work. It's managing how the client interacts with the project, the team, and most importantly, the revisions. If you don't manage this well, the client's feedback can overwhelm the project, leading to delays and endless rounds of changes. Trust me, you do not want that to happen. I have made a video on how to create a contract and a timeline for your ArchViz projects so that the client knows what to send you and when, the round of changes, and how you want to structure them. All of that should all be described in your contract and in a general project proposal that you should always send to your clients before starting work on any project. Client management starts from the moment in which the client agrees to work on a project. At that point, you should ask your client to send you all the important files and documentation like mood boards, if they have one, references, and so on and so forth. And very important, you should always refer to the project timeline in case there are delays. When it comes to collecting client feedback, you need to use software like Frame.io or Review Studio. I've mentioned these tools already, they're great and they're worth the money. These platforms let clients give feedback in an organized way, keeping everything centralized, documented, and manageable. This not only makes the work easier for you to track changes, but it also helps the client understand what's been done and what's left to do. If you do not have the budget to pay for these tools, you will probably have to collect changes on PDF scribbles. Then you need to make the effort to keep this organized by date in the same project folder where you keep everything else. I understand that it's some extra work, but it's necessary. In my opinion, you should not offer more than 2 rounds of feedback to your clients. This is because the first round is used to make sure that the design is going in the right direction, and the second round is needed to address smaller details and last-minute changes. If, of course, you can negotiate it, you can offer more rounds of changes, but you have to be careful because too many rounds can result in you having to redo the work, sometimes starting from scratch, and at that point you would have to charge for a whole new image or a whole new animation. This can of course happen, but in my opinion it should result in a change order. If during the feedback process something goes wrong and you need to make additional modifications to the project, then it is in your best interest to find a way to make this work and to fix it. When in previous videos we talked about adding that 20% buffer to your prices, I say that specifically so that if you find yourself in a situation like this, you have a little bit of budget that helps you navigate the situation. Before you execute your client's feedback, always make sure that you communicate it to them. Let them know that you're starting to work on it. This way they're aware of how many rounds of revisions they've already used from what was agreed in the contract. In my experience, good and transparent communication makes them feel more in control and it reduces the chances of future conflicts. If you find yourself disagreeing with some of your client feedback, it is in your best interest to let them know and to comment back on their comments. If you have a serious reason to believe that they're making a mistake, then tell them. And even more smart, do the corrections that they asked you to do, then create your own version of whatever it is that you're working on and present both options to them, because this will give you a better chance at defending your ideas and your input. Nowadays, we do have tools that allow us to work a lot faster, so try and use this to better control the output of your projects. If the clients still disagree, then at least you tried. Do not get frustrated. It is just part of the job. Now, a pro tip for you: if you do come up with a better idea than your clients, then try and make it sound like it's their idea, because this will make them more likely to go for it. One of the biggest challenges is deciding when to ask your artists to implement client feedback. Because you see, clients often send feedback at different stages, and waiting too long means that you risk piling up too many changes. This can lead to a project being ruined and spoiled. On the other hand, jumping the gun too soon might also result in redoing the same work multiple times. So it's really up to the design team and the project management to strike that balance, but still remembering to communicate with the client whenever it is that you start working on the revisions. Now, I have a little trick for you. I have invited Kasia, our head of production here at the Digital Bunch, to talk about client management. She's super nice, super knowledgeable, and I'm sure that you will like what she has to say. Kasia, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to me about client management.
Okay.
So what can you tell me about client management?
I take the client, I manage it.
Did you see the video? What do you think about the video that I made?
It was okay.
So there you have it. Client management in ArchViz is not just about saying yes to every request of your client. It's about managing expectations, organizing feedback, and timing changes just right. If you need help with scaling up your ArchViz operation, send me a message and let's talk, because of course I can help. If you find this video useful, hit the like button, subscribe for more tips on how to manage your ArchViz projects like a pro, and see you in the next video.